what is going on YouTube? This is Tylord, aka Red Sox fan, back again with Let's Play World of Warcraft, The Burning Crusade. This is episode 9, and I'm here, you know, just chilling on the dead corpse, or almost corpse dead, of this Courier Dawnstrider. That last part got a little jumbled up here. But anyway, regardless, we are here just on the outskirts of the Ghostlands. We are still in Eversong Woods, but once we pass over this bridge, we will be finally heading into the Ghostlands. This is Elrondar Crossing, I guess. And there was a hunter here just a few seconds ago. I believe he passed through here and killed a bunch of these starving ghost claws, which we do have to kill for the only quest we have, the Fallen Courier, which I am tracking right here, as you can see. We have to kill either the starving ghost claws, or I believe these dusk bats, or they're mist bats in this case, drop plagued blood samples. We need 4 of them. They're obviously not 100% drop rate, as you guys just saw, but I believe I can do this quest on screen. It shouldn't take too long. If I don't get a sample of the blood after these first like 3 kills. Okay, there's our first one. Anyway, so at the end of last episode, I believe I leveled to 15, or no, I leveled to 15 in the last episode at some point. But since I leveled to 14 like 2 episodes ago, I never went back to my priest trainer until after I was done recording last episode, episode 8. After I was done recording, I ran back to, I might have hearth backed, I'm not sure, to Falcon Wing Square, which is actually where my hearth is set to, and I trained up with the priest. So I have a couple new spells. Let me go through them in my book. I believe I got Smite rank 3, Cure Disease. This was at 14, so removes 1 disease from a friendly target. I'll show you. I would show you what the cast looks like, but I don't have anything to dispel, so it won't work. And so Smite rank 3, so just more damage. But as you can see, the casting time has gone up in increments of 0.5 seconds. So rank 1, which we started out with when we were level 1, used to be, you know, 1.5 seconds. It was pretty quick. I'll show you guys. Pretty quick. Doesn't deal a lot of damage though. So this is a lot more damage, but it's a lot slower. So Smite rank 3, and then finally we got Psychic Scream rank 1 at level 14. So Psychic Scream, if you guys don't know what it is, it's a fear spell. So the caster lets out a Psychic Scream, causing 2 enemies within 8 yards to flee for up to 8 seconds. Damage caused may interrupt the effect. So I'll just demonstrate this ability for you guys. So you see the starving ghost claws on our tail. If we're trying to run away from mobs and we don't want to be taking a lot of damage, just go ahead and click that thing. Oh, it resisted. Okay, well, never mind then. A level 9 resisted our Psychic Scream. And another thing right off the bat, which you guys probably noticed when I opened my bags the first time, is holy shit, I have a lot of bag space. I went to the auction house in Silvermoon City and I bought some bags. I hope you guys don't mind. I got the Netherweave bags, basically the best of the best of the best, sir, with honors. 16 slot bags. There's actually better bags. It's like Primal Mooncloth, but those cost like 300 gold a pop, and these were only like 35 or 40. And since one of my gracious, adoring subscribers, fans of this series, sent me 2,000 gold in like the first 3 or 4 episodes of me starting this Let's Play, I decided, you know what, I'm going to splurge a little. It's not a completely Blizz-like realm in the first place, so I might as well. It's just like a little quality of life improvement for me, so I don't have to keep running back and forth and emptying my bags out. I now have 16 times 4, I guess. This is the regular backpack is 16, so 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, times 16. So I got like 80 slots, I think. Is that the correct math? Anyway, let's turn this quest in. Is it 80? 16 times 5? Yeah, that's 80. Okay, the Fallen Courier. Just in time, Tylord. I was about ready to start digging a hole for our friend here. Or you can just, you know, drop him in that well. Don't know how deep it is, but the body will surely decompose in time there. Okay. Hey, I think he's trying to get your attention. Why don't you talk to him? Sure. Oh, I can't even... That's funny. If we go over here... Oh, they don't have that feature. They added a feature of low-level quests in here for something you're searching for. I like to put Flight Master on, because I like to know where the Flight Master is. But since I am, like, 10 levels ahead of whatever level this quest is, I can't even see the arrow. or the exclamation point. So delivery to Tranquillin, bring the letter from Silvermoon to some dude in Tranquillin. Okay. And Tranquillin is the main and basically the only city, I believe, in the Ghostlands. It's the main quest hub for Blood Elves in this zone. Once we turn it in, we can get some nice wristbands, +1 intellect. Another thing I should mention is while I was at, we also get this courier's bag, but, you know, now that we got these nice netherweave bags, these things are a piece of shit. So we ain't gonna be equipping those, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I was saying, while I was still at the auction house, the auctioneer, buying bags, I also splurged a little and bought some gear. Not too many things, I think just 2 items. So the first thing I got were these Buccaneers gloves of the owl, so +3 and +3 spirit. And then I also got, what else did I get? These woolen boots. These pretty good boots. 2 int and 2 spirit. So basically int and spirit is the best for priests, the best 2 stats for priests. Like stamina's alright, but you really want to stack int and spirit. And then, so these woolen boots also increase damage and healing done by magical spells and effects. So increases spell damage and healing by 2, which is pretty good for low level, level 14. So all in all, those things only cost me like maybe 50, 60 silver a pop, so nothing too expensive. So now we are here in Tranquillin. The first thing you'll notice is there are undead here. I believe these are the first friendly undead that we've met so far. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk to Arcanist Vandrel. So delivery to Tranquillin, letter for Silvermoon. Finally, we've waited a response from here, the Regent Lord, for weeks. Let me see. What's this? A dark presence? He senses a dark presence in the Ghostlands. No kidding, I could have told him that. This is what we've been waiting for? So obviously he was not pleased with the news that he just got from the Lord Regent, because he's obviously known that there's Scourge here in the Ghostlands. So the Forsaken, speak with the High Executor. He's up there. I think a lot of these quests we're just gonna have to basically run up to everyone and talk to them to accept a lot of these quests, because I think we're over leveled for a lot of them. So here is the Flight Master, Sky Master Sunwing, and he, oh, I thought it was bats for some reason. I know undead use bats to get around, but with Blood Elves it's the Dragon Hawks. So the only place I can travel to is Silvermoon City, but you know what? It's better than running back and forth. There's a rogue. I'm gonna buff you. There you go. Have a nice buff. Salvaging the past. Let's just go ahead and run around and accept all these quests here, because there's gonna be a lot of quests. I already buffed this dude. Yeah, this is the dude that killed all those Ghost Claw links and whatnot for the Plagued Blood. Investigate Andarath. Let's see, the Forsaken. We can turn this in, and now we are friendly with Tranquillin. And technically these undead are part of Tranquillin, so we are friendly with them, which is pretty nice. Eventually we'll probably end up, I believe if you do every single quest in the Ghostlands or from Tranquillin, or at least most of them, like 95% of them, you will end up being exalted with Tranquillin, and that's important. If you like good gear at low levels, that's important because there is a, whatchamacallit, provisioneer, but I believe it's called a quartermaster for Tranquillin, the Tranquillin quartermaster. So you can buy gear, you can start unlocking higher levels of gear, like after you get, you know, friendly, honored, revered, and exalted, and so on and so on. I'll go show you that gear right now. Let me just pick up all these quests so we can run out and do a bunch of them and come back and turn them all in and, you know, level up to 20 and like after we turn in like 10 quests. So something to look out for as a rogue or maybe even a warrior is that this is Aralan, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, is special. She's a poison supply salesman, but she sells these throat piercers, and you can only buy one at a time. They're a thrown weapon that have +2 agi, and basically these are like best in slot, actually for rogues and not hunters, but who else? Rogues. Yeah, I guess that's it. Rogues and warriors at low levels. She also sells the sinister scimitar. Is that how you pronounce that? I believe it's scimitar. It could be scimitar. I kind of like scimitar better. She also sells a bunch of stuff that rogues need to, you know, create poisons with, because back in the day, they actually had to go around with the regions and, you know, craft poisons. So anyway, this is the Provisioneer that I was talking about before, Provisioneer Vredegar. So right now we can actually buy apprentice boots because we are friendly with Tranquillin. So this requires revered. This is the only thing he sells that's for Exalted with Tranquillin. It is a cloak that has +7 stam, which is, you know, pretty dang good for at least level 16. 7 stam, that is a lot of stam. And then he also sells basically chest pieces, feet pieces, waist pieces, and then this sword, I guess, for warriors or paladins. Technically just paladins. I mean, warriors can use it if any warriors come here, but blood elves can't be warriors at this point in the game. I think they changed that in Cataclysm, but before, blood elves could not be warriors, and they're really the only race that couldn't be, which I thought was kind of strange. So this dude wants some crunchy roll surprises or something. This is Knuckle Rot and Luzrin. Drops a pretty good ring for low level. I don't think there are any quests in here. There's an innkeeper here. Actually, let's go ahead and talk to him. I'm going to set this to my hearthstone. Hearth. I think it's pronounced hearth. I like hearth better. Hearthstone. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't really matter. However you guys want to pronounce it, you guys can pronounce it that way. So how many quests do we even have? 13. Holy cow, out of 25. That's pretty good. These two quests, I guess I'll take them for now, but basically it's like one of those never-ending quests. You turn it in initially, and then it becomes blue, and then you can just, you know, keep turning in more and more regents to get whatever she gives you in return. So we'll do it. We'll do the initial quest, but after that, I'm probably just gonna sell all the shit that we collect for the follow-up quest. So we can actually buy. I think we can buy a better version of water from someone. I think the innkeeper. Once you hit 15, and then like every 10 levels after that, so 15, 25, 35, 45, you can actually buy like the next rank up in water and food. So yeah, once we're 15, we can get this melon juice. So let's go ahead and get a couple stacks here. I'll do 40 for now. I think 40 is probably good enough for now. We can put this down here. And we can also buy food, but since we're priests, we can heal ourselves. We don't really need to buy food. So, yeah, I have that on. I guess I can turn this off now that I know where the Flight Master is. And, oh, he just leveled up, I believe. Yes? No, maybe not. I don't know. So, we have a quest, I guess, here. Another follow-up to return to Arcanist Vandrel. Oh, good. There you are. And just in time. There's much to be done. So, okay. What is that one? Suncrown Village. I think this one... Oh, maybe not. I think there's a follow-up to Suncrown Village. I'm pretty sure that there is a group quest to kill like an elite over in Suncrown Village. But for now, we have every quest I believe we can pick up. We got 15 out of 25, so let's head on out. I think the first place I'm going to go to is actually Suncrown Village. I feel like... I don't know how long... Oh, hey, 420. Blaze it, guys. Fucking Vape Nation. Fucking rip the fattest clouds, you know, etc., etc. 420, smoke weed every day. Anyway, I'm not sure how long I've been recording for. So a lot of these quests I'm going to do, I'm probably going to, like, you know, be cutting back and forth, in and out, to here and there, just so I save a lot of recording time for this episode, because I want to try and get as many quests done as quickly as I can. And that, oh god, we're already like halfway to 16 already, god. By the time we're done with Ghostlands, we're probably going to be like 22 or 23, maybe even higher, because I think initially you'll be able to level like from 12 to 20 with Ghostlands, so if we give ourselves 8 levels, that would be 15 to, what, 23, so that's not too shabby. 23 at Ghostlands, that's crazy. Alright, so here is a dying blood elf. This is the quest I was talking about. Anok'Suten. Anok'Suten. So this is, she wants us to slay, or he, I should say. This is a guy, a male blood elf. Slay him or her, it. It's an undead creature, so it's an it, I guess. And then return to the quest giver. So Anok'Suten is a group quest. It requires suggested 2 players, but I think since we're a little bit over leveled, we can probably solo it. So Anok'Suten is going to be patrolling around this main circle here where we're at. I think he might go up into buildings at some point, and I'm not exactly sure what his respawn timer is. Oh, there he is. Oh, no, that's not him. because if someone kills him, it might take like, I don't know, 10 or so minutes for him to respawn. I'm not entirely sure what it is. So let's just clear some of these mobs out of the way. He could be stationary right now. He could just be holed up in one of these buildings. I think he kind of like goes back and forth. Oh no, there he is. So he's level 11, elite, 620 health. So about maybe 5 times more than the guards we're killing right now. But he is 11 and we're 15, so I kind of think we'll be able to deal with him pretty easily. Let's go ahead and buff up Touch of Weakness. And then when he gets into our range, I'm just going to like smite him down a couple times, see how much he hits for. He doesn't hit for that much, but let's go ahead and shield up anyway. We'll see how fast he knocks our shields off. Yeah, it's taken a while to pierce our shield, and once he does, we can just shield back up. So yeah, this quest is, you know, pretty simple. We can go ahead and Mana Tap. We can probably Arcane Torrent him as well. Just wait for Mind Blast to get off cooldown, and that should be it. We'll just wand him down. I'm going to be taking some damage here at the end, but I think that should be okay. And that's it. So that's him. He has, he has an ability called, let me see, Wither Strike. It doesn't do that much damage. I think there was a debuff that it applied to me, but you know, didn't really do much for me. Damn, he gave a lot of experience. He gave us like 500 experience. I think we went from rested all the way to non-rested. And being an elite, you would think he drops, you know, something at least decent, but no, not the case. Man, these guys are just dropping like flies. 2 smites, a Mind Blast, and we can wand them down, and they're dead in like 5 seconds. Okay, so at this point, you just saw me take down that level 11 elite, soloed that mofo like a boss. So I'm going to cut away right now. I'm going to finish killing all these guards. I have 6 more to kill. And then after that, I'll cut back because I'm going to run over right here to help Ranger Valana over here, because apparently she's in need of some assistance. So I will be right back. Alrighty everybody, so I am back here. We just discovered Lake Elrondar. And Ranger Valana here is sitting alongside a campfire with Lieutenant Tomithrin. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk to her. She needs our help apparently. Good to hear that Lethvalen, I was going to say Lelvin, okay, made it to safety. I hope the Ranger Celissa made it to safely in Farstrider Enclave, or in Enclave, I'm not sure who that is. So she wants us to go collect 6 Zeb Sora troll ears and then bring them back to her. So that's another quest for us to complete over in this mummified troll cave, and that might sound a little funny, but oh no, that she wants us to collect troll ears over here. Okay, I guess we can do that. So let's go over here and do that. So there is a little Amani encampment just across the lake here. I was thinking she wanted us to come up over here. There is a little questing area up here. I forget what the name of it is called. Let me see if I can find it in here. So the tumors in supplies. So retrieve Rathith's tumors supplies. This is where it is. I'm not sure if he mentions the name of it. Just that there is a little cave. Yeah, there's a little cave somewhere that we need to go get. Andorath? No, it's not Andorath. Salvaging the past? No, that's not it. Underlight Mines? That's not it. Culinary Crunch? Rotting Hearts? Oh, the Amani Catacombs. That's what it is. So that's another quest that we'll do eventually. Maybe not this episode, maybe next episode, but the Amani Catacombs. There's probably like 3 or 4 quests in there. And then once we get inside there, there is a quest giver that's basically an escort quest. And it's actually pretty hard to do because the mobs in there respawn fast. If you're the appropriate level, it's pretty hard to do. So anyway, I don't think he dropped an ear. These are the Shadowpine trolls. So different than, oh shit. Dude just locked me out of my holy magic school. They're technically not, whoops, Amani. So do what you will with that information, I guess. I don't know. But they are dying, and they are dropping these Zeb Sora troll ears. I guess they're technically Oh, no, okay. So this whole area is Zebsora. I was going to say they're Zebsora trolls, but no, they're Shadowpine trolls. There are so many different types of trolls that it's, you know, you'd need both hands to count. Both fingers, both sets of fingers to count on. Anyway, I'm going to cut away again. I think it'll just take so long for me to kill all these trolls, enough trolls to you know, cut off their ears and collect 6 of those. So you would think technically we can just cut off 2 per body and we'd only have to kill 3, but I guess that's not the case. The first guy we killed didn't even have ears, so I don't know how he survived long, because it's pretty hard to, you know, be a warrior without ears. Anyway, I'm going to cut away and I will cut back and meet you guys back over at Ranger Valana while we turn this quest in. Okay, everybody, I am back here with Ranger Valana, and it's a good thing, I should say, that I cut away, because it actually ended up taking me, if you might not be able to tell, but I gained a good chunk of experience from killing all those trolls. I probably had to end up killing around 20 or so for the 6th one to finally drop, which was frickin', oh, it was relentless. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk to her. Dealing with Zebsora, we can turn this in. We'll probably level up, I'm guessing. Yeah, with that quest turn in, and then the follow-up is report to Captain Helios at the Farstrider Enclave on the southern shore of Lake Elrondar, and we get some gloves that aren't as good, I should say, as the ones that I just bought at the auction house. So actually, if you want, we can just go ahead and run down there. Basically, all you have to do is follow along the shore of Lake Elrondar. You can probably swim across, but there are some ghouly undeads here, some ghostly, ghastly, spoopy apparitions, whatever you want to call these things. They're ghosts. They're basically like scary ghosts. Ravening apparitions and vengeful apparitions. And then these are the mummified trolls I was talking about. They're Shadowpines, again, with the Shadowpine trolls. These are oracles. Back over in Zebsora, they were Rippers, Shadowpine Rippers, and Shadowpine Witches, I believe. So this is a whole different set of trolls. There is a friendly warlock man over here. Come back. I wish to buff you and heal you, and your Voidwalker. There you go, sir. My good man, you are buffed. Don't put it to waste. Alright, so this is the Farstrider Enclave. We'll discover it eventually. It's basically the same building architecture, the same layout as the Farstrider Retreat in Eversong Woods, if that matters at all. So we got a couple of quest givers here, a couple of NPCs that sell shit, some salesmen, there's a bower, food and drink salesman. So this is Farstrider Sedina. Stop doing that with your feet, Tylord, you weirdo. Okay, so Farstrider Sedina, she wants us to kill 10 Ghost Claw Lynxes. Alright, cool. Basically, just to kill X amount of minions quest. Kill 8 Shadowpine, oh my god. More grinding quests. These are my least favorite kind of quests. Bring me Kelgash's head. Return the head of Kelgash the Wicked to Captain Helios. Alright, cool. Where is Captain Helios, you ask? Well, he's right here. Captain of the Farstriders, as the name suggests. And he's pretty decked out. Man, check out that gear. Pretty good. Alright, so let's do this. Report to Captain Helios. We don't really want these gloves, so let's take the shield, just because it'll sell back for more. And then we can't actually turn that quest in yet because we don't have his head. This is another grindy type quest. And then Spirits of the Drowned, another grinding quest, wants us to kill 8 ravening apparitions and 8 vengeful. And then there's a quest giver. I was gonna say there's another quest giver up here. Actually, there's probably 2, one on each side. So the first is this undead, this apothecary. Let's see, Venustus. That's a dumb name. He wants us to collect. Oh no, he just wants us to poison the trolls' food supply over down south. There's 2 different. Basically this whole zone is either gonna be troll enemies or undead enemies. And that's basically it. Troll and Scourge. Scourge? Scourge. Troll and Scourge. And then this is Ranger Vinna. The Traitor's Shadow. Travel to Dawnstar Spire in the Ghostlands and search for any clues involving Darkon's past. This is interesting. This has some lore behind it with the Ghostland zone. So let's read this really quickly. Darkon Drathir is believed to have returned from the dead to rule over the armies of the Scourge in the Ghostlands. Darkon aligned himself with the Scourge long ago, yet he once was a living, breathing elf. Much of his time was spent inside Dawnstar Spire, northeast of here. He hid there for many nights, scheming against his own. Oh, that's interesting. So basically, that's just foreshadowing because Darkon is actually basically like the final zone boss, I want to say. Like, he's the culmination of all these quests is, there's probably like 4 or 5 quests. I forget what the name of the place is, but there's a giant Scourge town, citadel. It's like a citadel down here at the very bottom of the Ghostlands. And the very last quest is to kill Darkon and bring his head back to some person in Tranquillin. And then after that, that person in Tranquillin, whoever the leader is in Tranquillin, is like, oh dang, dude, you got some dank-ass skills killing Darkon. I'm gonna write this letter of recommendation. You go ahead and take that to the Lord Regent himself. And then the Lord Regent's like, dang, dude, this is a pretty good letter of recommendation. I'm gonna write you one myself. Now you go and take that to Lady Sylvanas, Windrunner of the Undead, and she will accept you as like one of her own or something like that. That's basically it. So this whole Ghostlands quest chain is pretty baller, if you ask me. If I might be so bold to say. So these are the Ghost Claw links that we have to kill. They're around 13 and 14. We gotta kill 10 of them. I'm not gonna do that right now. Right now, shit. They dazed me, dude. Psychic Scream, piss off. So that's what that looks like. Psychic Scream. We actually used that successfully. And then eventually they'll just leave combat because I'm too far away from them. So there's Sanctum of the Sun. There's actually a little quest hub area up here. I'm not going to run in there yet just because we don't have the quest to go there yet. And then Sanctum of the Sun is another little, actually that's in here. That's just a different separate building that there might be a quest giver in there. I'm not sure. I think there is one. We'll go there eventually. But Sanctum of the Sun is basically the quest hub for all the quests down in, oh man, I think it's called like Drathmir or Drakmir, Drakthar, some name. It's a Scourge Citadel. If you guys remember the name, you guys can go ahead and let me know in the comments, because I honestly can't remember. But we're not going to head there yet. We're not going to head over there. That's pretty cool though. It's like the solar system, and they align every so often. That's definitely Saturn with Saturn's rings. But, you know, the Warcraft universe isn't based, I don't think, off our own, so obviously they're not going to have the same solar system. Duh. I mean, duh, this is basically a fictional game. Anyway, I'm just going to run back to Tranquillin. I have a couple quests to turn in. The 2 we did at the very beginning, Suncrown Village, which is already gray. Look at that. We have out-leveled our quests for the first time. Speaking of which, I forgot that I got a new talent point, so let's go ahead and put that into Holy Spec. Rank 2 out of 5, increases the critical effect chance of our holy spells by now 2%. So if we go ahead and check, our spell crit chance is now 7% for holy spells, which is, you know, we're getting up there. Eventually it'll be 10 after we put the final 3 points in. So 10%, hey, that's not bad. 1 out of every 10 spells will be crit. More or less. Alright, where is this dude? Arcanist Vangel. I will speak to you. I have some words I'd like to relay, to parlay with you. Okay. See, it says low level. Suncrown Village, with your aid, will get the Scourge problem contained. Priest. Darkon will be dealt with. Hey, there's that name Darkon again. Outstanding. Here's some gold. Oh, there's a follow-up though. Golden Mist Village. Okay. Farewell. More Scourge. Blood Elf Priest. She's lower level than us, but she has the same stam. What'd she just do? She just buffed herself. That was dumb. Okay, Anok'Suten. Let's go ahead and turn this in. We get some pants. I guess they're better by like 1 armor. Yeah, that's about it. 1 armor. Alright, cool. Okay, so that's that. This probably turned out to be a bit longer than I probably anticipated, but that's okay. So we are now in the Ghostlands. We started this episode off in Eversong Woods, and we ended up here in Tranquillin with a few quests done. We have, what do we have, like 21 out of 25 to do, so over the course of these next couple episodes, man, I'm going to be busting my ass questing and leveling out here in the Ghostlands. One of my favorite starting zones, I'd say, for Blood Elves. Eversong Woods into Ghostlands is a very seamless transition, and by the end of it, you'll be around 20 or so, level 20 or so, with some pretty good gear. You'll already have 1 or 2 blues, rares, gear-wise, just through being exalted, and then that end quest that I talked about, killing Darkon, you get the choice between like 3 or 4 different rare weapons. I believe there's like a bow, a staff, and a sword, and they're all pretty good. So yeah, we'll see how that goes in the coming week or so while I level here. So that's it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, I hope you guys, like I just said, enjoyed this video. Maybe you learned something you didn't know before. I'm not sure. Maybe you guys just like to listen to me ramble on about nonsense. That's always fun. And as always, until next time, I hope you all stay classy, and peace out.